pressure at home. European champions in 2017, Olympic semifinalists in Tokyo, and still one of Europe's most respected basketball nations. But they're coming off a 93-62 loss to Estonia, and they need a response. They beat Sweden 94-83 earlier in the cycle by controlling the glass and winning the possession battle. So tonight, Giga Samar, Alan Omic, Edu Muric, and head coach Alexander Sekulic try to finish the job in Ljubljana. We have our starting introductions on the floor, and these permutations literally just changed within the last couple of hours, with Estonia beating Czechia. So both of these teams a lot to play for right now. Clearly, both of these sides need to win by at least a marginal victory. There are no second chances after tonight. Game day number 6 as our players line up and get set for our national anthems, and we'll start with the away team in Sweden.
Poštovani navijači, še pred himnom reprezentanca čaka manjši slavnostni trenutek. Prav je namreč, da se spomnimo zadnjega reprezentančnega menika, ki ga je dosegel Gregor Hrovat, in mu podelimo posebno priznanje Košarkarske zveze Slovenije. Zlato žogo, gospod generalni sekretar Košarkarske zveze Slovenije, Ales Krišnar, zlato žogo za mejo 50 uradnih nastopov v slovenskem dresu. Gregor Hrovat, ki ima zdaj 51 uradnih nastopov za reprezentanco. Golden ball for the Basketball Federation of Slovenia to Gregor Hrovat for 50 official caps in Slovenian jersey. Tako, zdaj pa nadaljujemo. Dame in gospodje, ustanite prosim, na vrsti sta namreč obe himni. Najprej himna Švedske. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Sweden.
A lot of Swedish fans in the building, and now the national anthem for the home team in Slovenia. So both these sides shake hands, obviously have played each other a couple of times in these qualifiers so far.
from Spain.
And they played the rest of the teams as well. Sweden 2-3 here in the first round of Group H. They're 1-2 at home and 1-0 away. Slovenia, on the other hand, 3-2, 2-1 home, 1-1 away. Our referees for tonight's game: Fernando Calatrava Cuevas from Spain, Yener Yilmaz from Turkey, and Lukasz Jankowski from Poland. The FIBA officials have been doing a great job for us here in the 2027 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. And now you're starting five for Sweden. Elliot Cadeau, the 21-year-old, was a national champion at Michigan, will be the point guard for Sweden. Pelle Larsson will join him up top along with Melwin Pensar, the captain. Bobby Klintman and Simon Birgander will be the ones down low. And Mikko Riipinen, in his 6th year, guided Sweden back to the Eurobasket 2025 after a 12-year absence last year and into the round of 16. He's a 4-time Swedish League champion from 2021 to 2024. So it's all about seniority with these guys. And now on to Slovenia. It's Žiga Samar, Edo Muric, and Rok Radovic, 2 forwards in the point guard, and then Gregor Hrovat and Urban Proflic will be there as well. And the head coach, of course, is Aleksandar Sekulic. Sekulic led Slovenia to the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup semifinals. They placed 4th. 2025 Eurobasket quarterfinals and won the 2026 ABA title with Dubai Basketball. Let's listen in. Both these sides ready to go in front of their fans, of course. Many Luka Doncic jerseys in attendance. He's still rehabbing from that hamstring injury, but maybe we have a chance to see him if Slovenia advances in late August. But it all comes down to this. For Sweden, there is only one path. They're going to have to beat Slovenia by 17 points or more. A 1-point win, a 10-point win, even a 16-point win sends them home. That's how fine the margins are tonight. And if Slovenia wins, they are on to the next round, and you give your best player, Luka Doncic, a chance to come back and play for this team. And also now you have Jackson Hayes, who is Luka Doncic's teammate for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was just naturalized right before this window, so he's going to miss this one, but his new passport is going to be useful in August as they can turn to that vertical moving target for some Doncic lobs. This time around, it's been the youngsters that have led the way, with Coach Sekulic joining the camp. Still happy after all the parties and celebrations as he led Dubai to a sensational ABA League title, taking down Partizan in the finals. Both sides at center court, jump ball, and we are live. Estonia is already through after losing by just 2 to Czechia, and now the rest of Group H runs through this floor. Slovenia advances with a win or loss by 22 or fewer. Sweden needs to win by 17 or more, as both sides trade buckets to start this ball game off, as Larsson makes one inside, and on the other side, Kroflic the guard as well. So 2 guards already on the board in this one. And both teams rim running so far. Hrovat for 2. Slovenia up by 2. It's Slovenia and Sweden playing here for game day number 6. Win or go home. Both sides trying to move on to the second round. As this one goes to the far side, tapped out. It'll stay here. It'll be Elliot Cadeau to trigger it from the right side of the hoop. He gets this one into Pansar, the captain for Sweden. Almost turned it over there, and now here's the man everyone came to see. Pelle Larsson off the backside of the rim, had to just let that one go. It looks like they might have gotten a second chance opportunity as the rip comes away from Radovic, and we'll have a jump ball. Sweden currently ranked number 40 in the world. Slovenia at 14. So a tie up there on the rebound. It stays over on this side. 3, good! Pelle Larsson gets going. Larsson playing for the Miami Heat last year, now here in this summer window. Shooting practice from the left wing. That one's off the mark by Samar, and now a foul on the other side. Sweden ahead by 1. Remember, this is a numbers game. They're going to have to win by a pretty heavy margin. Inside, the up and under is good. And it's again Pelle Larsson. Clearly the offense is going to run through him in this ball game. Larsson, at just 25 years old, made his national team return with 19 points in their last game against the Czech Republic, and that one will fall. Kroflich with a very long 2. Sweden still leads by 1. Larsson near side, Pansar. Pansar way back outside, and unfortunately Larsson is not that tall. He is 196 centimeters, 6'5", but would have had to be taller than Victor Wembanyama to grab that pass. And you see the left foot there was on the line. Kroflich still gets that bucket to fall. He's got 4 points so far in this ball game, and we're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the first quarter. Sweden up by 1. So Sweden doesn't just need to win, they need to win by at least 17, but Slovenia can still survive a Sweden win as long as the margin is 22 or fewer. The danger zone for Slovenia is 23 plus, because then it would essentially try to be a tiebreak with Estonia in this group. So a lot to play for here tonight. Cadeau from the right side draws the whistle as he fell on top of the right block. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nice take down the lane. Unable to get the shot to fall, but it'll go to the charity stripe. Now Cadeau is having one heck of a year. Most outstanding player of the 2026 NCAA men's basketball tournament in the United States. Led Michigan to the 2026 NCAA National Championship. Has grown up in this Swedish system though. Was a MVP and All-Star 5 selection in the 2022 FIBA U18 European Championship Division B. And he immediately saw that was off the mark. So he splits his free throws. It's Sweden by 2. They're going to need to win by a lot more than that in order to qualify for this second round, as the pass goes back, almost stolen away by Sweden. They recover. They've got a 5-on-4 now in the corner. That one's good. Giga Samar, the 25-year-old who plays for Basket Burgos over in Spain. getting that shot to fall, and a foul on the other side of the floor again for Slovenia. They've got a few team fouls now here early in this first quarter, and the pass goes to the open man, and Samar with the shot. Slovenia with 3 team fouls already here, and we're just 4 minutes and some change into the first quarter. A big fight underneath, off the mark. Unfortunately, Klintman was unable to put that one in. From the top, it's Samar was surveying. Now near side, Muric, the captain. Horvat inside, tapped out by Sweden, and you see Larsson initially thought that it was actually off of Slovenia first, pleaded with the official, and they reversed the call. So now our officials get together. Take a look at the replay here. So Larsson goes up and touches it there. Did Muric end up touching it? And our officials are going to go to the monitor. This is our first official review here in the first period with 6:32 to go. Slovenia and Sweden, game day number 6. Coach's challenge here by Slovenia. So the initial call on the floor was that it was Slovenia ball. Then they changed the call to be Sweden ball, and now Slovenia is challenging that it is Sweden ball. Larsson touched it clearly. Now, did Muric get his right hand in there? Maybe this look will show us. Looked like it went over Muric's hands there. This might be a more definitive angle. Oh, we lost the fingertips at the top of our screen. So hard to tell from all those angles. Here's maybe a better view. This might be our best one yet. So there's the touch. I think that clears Muric's hands. Might be a successful challenge for Slovenia. Yeah. He'll be out off the right hand of Larsson last. If the call is overturned, and the challenge would be successful by Slovenia, and then get the challenge back. Slovenia trying to finish 4-2 in the first round of Group H. Sweden trying to get back to 500, 3-3 in the first round. Our officials have made the call. And the call remains. So it's upheld. Sekulic will lose that challenge. So an early challenge here with about 3.5 minutes into the ball game by Slovenia is unsuccessful. Cadeau to Larsson up top. He'll let their offense run. Larsson, the 25-year-old, near side. Klintman, cash from the left corner. His first points of this ball game now. Sweden has made 2 out of their opening 3-point attempts. Muric from the right corner. Now takes it inside. Kicks it back out. It's Samar with 5 seconds to shoot. It goes down the lane. Cadeau playing some good defense. And that's the reward. Rebound, Sweden. This one goes to the right corner. Now they slow it down, give it back to Cadeau up top. He's got 12 seconds to work with. Trying to break his man off right down the left side. Up with the left hand. And his second time going to the charity stripe in this ball game. It's amazing how the ball just manages to find the open man every time for both of these sides. So far, Sweden shooting 67% from the field. Slovenia not much worse, 57% from the field. Cadeau again. And we apologize for any language you might hear during the game. Obviously, it means a lot to these players and their teams. Cadeau, in fact, just made his first free throw the last time he went to the line of these qualifiers, and then he splits the ones here again. So Cadeau with 2 points so far in the ball game to go along with a rebound. By the way, Sweden in the bonus for the final 5.5 minutes of this first quarter as the shot from Slovenia is off the front side of the rim. Pushing in transition now. Another whistle as Pantsar went to the far side. Muric unhappy with the call. And they're going to get Muric with an unsportsmanlike foul. There's a transition take foul. Pantsar will now go to the line and shoot 2 shots plus 1. They were in the bonus, done sportsmanlike. So Pantsar makes the first one. Has scored in double figures in 3 of his last 4 games. Easy ones from the charity stripe. So you get those 2 shots and the ball. And now it's Cadeau up top, engineering this offense. Floats it up as this one's tapped away. Nice job above the rim there by Omic. Slovenia off the mark. Omic giving them another opportunity here with an O board. First offensive rebound of the game for Slovenia, and this one is through the bottom of the net. Muric didn't like the call on the other side, took a 3, made it. Slovenia trailing by 2 now. Cadeau creates some room. Marginal contact there, no call. Other side, foul out beyond the arc. They'll call it on the floor against Sweden. Just their 2nd team foul of this first quarter. And now we're over halfway through the first. Pantsar picks up his first personal. So Prepelic will be the one to take it from the far side. As this one's stolen away, and an easy bucket for Pantsar. Denzel Anderson, Victor Gadefors, and Bara Engi will be in there for Sweden as another 2 falls for Slovenia. Cutting their deficit back to 2. They are shooting 55% from the field, and then Sweden going off window. Gadefors, nice 2. From the outside, Muric. Another opportunity here for Slovenia. And Prepelic. Looks like Engi got the call on him there. Sweden up by 4. Underneath. Waited for the man to get in the air before laying it in. Omic for 2. That's his first points of this ball game. Poto gets those right back on the other side. 23-year-old out of Sweden, also has played for Nevis in Lithuania. And we have a foul out beyond the arc as Denzel Anderson will pick up his first of the game. Got him out there, yep. So Slovenia gets the ball from the far side. And now Prepelic get things in motion. floater off the backside of the rim. We're going back the other way now, as Pancar almost lost the ball on the near side. Nice pressure defense there by Slovenia. It's Sweden by 4. Back out, NG. Almost dribbled it off of his own foot there. 6 seconds left to shoot it. Goes down the left lane, up with the right hand, and gets the kiss off the glass for 2. Now under 3 minutes left to play here. In the first, we'll have our first real timeout taken. Of course, we had the official review. It's Sweden by 6. And luckily, we'll get to listen into these huddles as Slovenia takes the timeout.
Prelagano im je. Rekli smo nije, ne sme v prodor. On nam je zdaj šel v prodor. Ne šute preko tebe. Ja, dogodite se, smo govorili o tem, halo. Ne me zdaj to sprašati. Ja. Tempa 2. Gremo. Klemen. Joksa, tukaj. Grega, greš v gol. Gre za 3 tleve, bodi na erbolu. Iskoristi ta blok. Pazimo v peđo, okej? Bodi bočno, veliki blok, Joksa, pazi, šprica!
Primošeno slobode za naše košarkare, Kesta najjači!
Some nice moves and finishes by both of these sides so far. It's Sweden currently by 6 with 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Sweden is in the bonus and does have one more foul to give on their defensive side. Joksimovic engineering the offense. It goes through Prepelic now, takes it from way outside. Rebound, put back. Joksimovic gets in there, and at just 17 years old, has been a welcome gift for this Slovenia team. 10-footer is good. Melvin Pancar. Pancar with 6 points in the ball game now, as Sweden takes a 6-point lead. This one goes all the way back outside. It bounces off the backside of the rim, and we have a foul on the left side of the bucket as Omic comes down with the rebound. Battling there with Poto. Poto with a little push. And now both sides in the bonus for the final 2:01 of the first quarter. That was the final foul to give for Sweden. Didn't look like they were trying to actually give that foul, but it still was the foul to give nonetheless. And a foul again as Joksimovic was going towards the bucket. So Poto with a little bit of a push on Joksimovic. It's going to be his second personal foul as he'll check out of the game. Pelle Larsson is going to be the one to come back in as Pancar checks out as well. Simon Biergander will also check in for Sweden. Joksimovic makes the first free throw. 9 points at least in each of his last 3 out of 5 games, playing for Saski Baskonia in Spain. Makes the pair there. From the far side, kick ball. Stays over here with 1:50 to go, and we've got a 4-point game. Take a look at this replay here. This one went right off the left foot of Joksimovic. I mean, he's been as advertised on both ends of the floor so far. Joksimovic, an MVP and All-Star at Basketball Without Borders Europe 2025. And showing why here. Larson slowing this down. 4 seconds to let this one go. Crosses over. Gets his man on the floor and then makes the shot off of the window. Crafty scorer at all levels. Larson with 9 points. Slovenia now with the possession inside. Crkvenik, the 24-year-old, with a two-handed jam. Larson, the body on the floor there. Got back up, now at the top of the key. Godefors gets a shooter's bounce from about 2 meters away. Now Sweden back up by 6. 55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Godefors. Nice shot there. Now under 50 seconds left to go in the first as this one goes to the corner. Baseline take, back outside, catch and shoot. Prepelic. Larson, right down Broadway. Larson already has 11 points in the ballgame, our first player to double figures. He's now scored in double figures in 3 straight games. Dating back to Eurobasket. From the left corner, back outside, Prepelic. A runner right back. Looks like a foul coming in from the backside official, as there was just 0.5 seconds left to go on that shot clock. Ooh. Anderson. That one actually rolled away by Biergonder. And Anderson is going to be the one with 2 personal fouls now. 7.2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sweden can take the last shot here. Bobby Klintman. And now it's Prepelic. Prepelic, a veteran guard from Slovenia's 2017 Eurobasket title team and Tokyo Olympic semifinal run. A long-time national team scorer and one of Slovenia's most trusted shot makers. Prepelic playing for Dubai Basketball Club. So 3 seconds left to go here for Sweden to huck it. Off to the right, and that's how this first quarter is going to end. Sweden still by 6 after Prepelic made both of his free throws. The away team trying to punch their ticket to the second round. They need to do it by winning by more than 17 points. So far, so good for them in their first quarter. Take a look at our final numbers from that first. Both teams shooting above 70% on their 2-point attempts. Slovenia cold from 3 to start this one off. 2 for 9, 22%. As we check out our best plays from that first quarter. A quarter that Slovenia came out and immediately scored in the first second and a half of the ball game. Kroflic with the bucket there, and then Hrovat working inside, and it was the inside-out game. Samar with a 3, and then Sweden got their scoring going. They went 2 for 4 from beyond the arc in that first quarter, and it was a lot of inside-out game for Slovenia. And once they realized their threes weren't falling, it was getting it into the big men. That was working. Both sides shooting above 70% on their two-point attempts. 7 for 10 Slovenia, 10 for 13 Sweden. How about the 24-year-old as well, Zirkvenik? A couple of shots bounce around there for Sweden, who still leads by 6. Quite a few Swedish fans in the house here in Slovenia as well. A game that's going to decide who potentially moves on to the second round, who's going home. Scan the QR code at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen to download and discover Courtside 1891 on the Zone app. The highlights, scores, and a lot more. Courtside 1891. Scan that QR code at the left-hand corner of your screen. So Joksimovic will set things in motion here in the center. Up top, it's Prepelic at the controls. Goes off the screen. Misses that shot. Ball's loose still. Nice second chance opportunity. Zirkvenik really for that one. Gets another operator on offense. So as he was going to fall out of bounds, threw it right off his man. From the near side, Prepelic catch and shoot. Way short. Prepelic, Muric, Zirkvenik, Joksimovic, and Omic in for Slovenia here to start off this second quarter. And Larson will draw the foul as he was going towards the cup. So Pelle Larson, Cadeau, Pantzar, Klintman, and Bjergander in there for Sweden. So Sweden choosing to go with all 5 of their starters to run it here at the beginning of the second quarter. Slovenia with just Muric as their lone starter in this rotation here. Larson drafted 44th overall in the 2024 NBA draft by the Miami Heat. It was a star at Arizona after beginning his college career at Utah. So 2 great basketball Division I universities in the United States. Slovenia already with their first team foul. They got into foul trouble quickly there in the first quarter. And now Sweden will foul right back. Larson having a few words there with Zirkvenik, saying, "I'm still here, don't you worry." Larson picking up his first personal foul. Prepelic goes inside, this spin, and Joksimovic with another 2. Cadeau. Pantzar, the captain, at the controls. Deep 3, swish! Nine points for the captain of Sweden. Joksimovic picks up his dribble, and they give it right back to him. Gets left, step through, contested. That ball pinballed off the backboard. Larson, near side, back to Larson with the slam. Sweden in transition, and their leading scorer has 15 points, and they didn't get back on defense. An easy bucket for Omic and the Slovenian offense. Omic with 4 points. Sweden still leads by 9. 2 minutes and some change into the second. Slovenia doing a great job of sharing the rock so far. 8 assists for this squad. That's assist number 5 for Sweden as a team. As big Simon Biergaden gets that one to go. 209 centimeters. That's a big body going on both sides of the floor. Biergander helping up Cadeau there. Joksimovic gets called for that foul on Cadeau. And you here have Biergander able to float that one in. Panzar, the captain, will check out. It'll be Victor Gadefors, the one to come in. From the top, Larson almost lost it, slid, got it back. Now Cadeau taking it and drew the contact. It's going to be his 3rd time going to the line tonight to shoot 2. Smart play there by Cadeau, who's just playing in his 2nd national team game for the senior team in Sweden. Got right up into the chest of his defender. It's Sweden by 11 right now. Cadeau led Sweden to the title back when he was playing U18 for them in the European Championship Division B. Averaged 21.3 points per game and 4 assists per game in that one. Sweden 8 for 10 so far from the charity stripe. Good ball movement here by Slovenia. They got 7 seconds to get a good shot. Muric now back up top. Pro flat! Down the chute! It's going back the other way. It's a 10-point game. From the left side, Samar. Joksimovic trying to create some room. Muric trying to move mountains and gets up and under with the left. About 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Cadeau almost lost his dribble. He did. Ball's loose on the floor. Jump ball. And we have some extracurriculars on the far side of the floor right now. Cadeau looks like he might have taken a little offense to something that Slovenia did. Our officials doing a great job of breaking that up mighty quickly. So you see Cadeau there go and reach in for the ball with Joksimovic, and then Samar got him down. Obviously, tension's running high. Both of these teams want to get this win and move on to the next round. As Joksimovic will head to the bench. Radovic will be the one to come in. And our officials get together to make sure nothing too intense happened on that last possession. And now he'll come in from the sideline on the near side. Bangala will check in for his first minutes of this ball game for Sweden now. Cadeau surveys the floor from the sideline. Gets this one in, and it's stolen away. A turnover there by Sweden. 6 minutes to go in the second. From the outside, Muric. Back to Samar, into some traffic. They got it right back. Samar on the relocation. Goes to the line to shoot 2. Sweden again back at the line, or excuse me, Slovenia back at the line. So far they are 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Samar, part of Slovenia's 2023 FIBA World Cup team that finished 7th. That's the first one. Coming off a game against Estonia where he had 8 points, 1 steal, and 5 assists. Went 4 of 7 from the field. Didn't actually shoot any free throws in that contest. So these were his first couple of free throws taken and made here in this qualifying window. Cadeau shakes his man. Cadeau off the front side of the rim. Slovenia cuts the Swedish lead to just 6, and a foul going back the other way as Larsson wanted a clear path. So Larsson getting around Kroflich. And now he'll go to work. Sweden is in the bonus for the final 5 minutes and a little extra here in the second quarter. Larsson, right side, lost it, and now it's loose on the floor. Bengala, 1 extra pass. Bengala again with 4 seconds to shoot it. Back to Larsson. Huxton, heavily contested shot. Slovenia steals the rebound. Half of the second quarter left to go. Slovenia with 7 defensive rebounds so far in this ball game. And we have more contact down low, and the whistle blows. Muric went up for the shot on the left side. Larsson is gonna pick up his second personal. So now we have a timeout taken by Sweden. Slovenia has cut into this lead, and we'll listen in to their huddle. Take a look at the replay here. Nice spin inside there for Slovenia, and then Sweden setting up Larsson on the other side. These Swedish fans, they've got some good swag on. Floaters falling for both sides. It's a 6-point game. And now Edo Muric at the line. Muric currently playing in Slovenia for Ilrija, a member of Slovenia's 2025 Eurobasket squad. He progressed through the national team pipeline from U16 and U20 levels. Averaged 9.4 points per game at the 2021 FIBA U20 Challengers. And he gets this one right back for Slovenia, who's trailing by 5. Takedown and the finish with the left hand. Giga Samar now has 7 points in this ball game. This one's tapped away from Godefroy's. Sweden has beaten Estonia in Estonia 79-69, and then they lost to Czechia 87-76. Or excuse me, they beat Czechia 87-76 and then lost to them 97-80. 2-3 right now. Lost to Slovenia the last time that they played them. Engie with the flip up there. And an offensive foul against Sweden as Slovenia has been cutting into this lead. Sweden led by as much as 13 points in this game. And Slovenia currently has outscored Sweden in the second quarter, 14-11. Sweden in their last game kept their second round hopes alive, defeated Czechia 87-76. Slovenia was routed in their last game. Nice move inside there for Radovic to put it in. Slovenia trailing by 1. Now the runner on the far side. Godefroy's had it knocked out of bounds. Nice defense there by Slovenia, but Sweden keeps the possession. Sweden has been in the bonus for almost the last 2 minutes now, but have really not taken advantage of it, haven't drawn too much contact. Slovenia was routed by Estonia 93-62 in their last game to split the season series against them. Inbound pass inside to Larson, who was fouled. Larson again to the line. To the inbound there, Larson was going full steam ahead towards the cup. .342 to go in this second quarter. Larson makes that look easy. Averaged 18 points per game, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.6 assists at Eurobasket 2025. But they made the round of 16 the best major tournament finish in their program's history. First ever round of 16. Larson also did have a 28-point performance against Montenegro in that competition. Big rebound there by Biergander. It's Larson pushing underneath. Anderson reverse, smacked away. Radovic said, "Get that out of my house." Anderson might have hesitated there for a sec, and then Radovic soared in out of nowhere. Pow! From the near side, here's the inbound to Pantsar. Sweden is in the bonus. That one's off the front side of the cup. Another offensive board. Shot clock reset at 14. Pantsar again trying to go in. Right elbow J. Samar crosses up. His right elbow J. Butter. Slovenia ties this one up at 42. Giga Samar with 9 points in this ball game in his 9.5 minutes of play. Sweden needs a timeout. They let up their lead of 13. We're all tied up here in Slovenia as we'll listen in to the Swedish huddle.
Passa till Simon. Vi går zoom. Kolla om du kan få backdoor. Eller om vi ska gå hand-off rescreen med Simon. Okej? När vi går här, vi måste röra oss lite bakåt. Vi måste få upp farten lite. Okej? Prata nu så inte passar i halva utan efter.
Var lite bättre med bollen då, var hårdare. De har låg fart så de måste vara hårda. Okej, let's go.
Some nice shots coming from Samar here in this second quarter. Slovenia back to even with Sweden. And you can hear Coach Mikko Rapinen, 6 years the head coach for Sweden, telling his team, we got to be physical. We also got to take advantage of situations where, we are going to be in the bonus. Got to take shots from inside, but it doesn't matter. Larson from the outside now does not get a shooter's roll. Big rebound there by Slovenia. Their biggest lead of the ball game was 2 points. That was back early in the first quarter. Samar all the way back outside. He turned it over. Panzar with the steal. That's the third steal of the game for Sweden from the right corner. Larson sizing up his defender. Larson up with the right hand, and he gets the roll with a whistle included. Shots like that where you really see why he was the 44th pick in the 2024 NBA draft. You can see his teammates love it as well. Two minutes to go here in this second quarter. And Larson with the free throw puts his point total up to 19 in this first half so far. Wow. Sweden back up by 3. Now the baseline cut by Radovic over to the left side. That was the final foul for Sweden to give. This one will go on NG. Krovat tried to get some room. NG was not going to let him go anywhere. And now Slovenia needs a timeout to draw something up. 1:44 to go in the second quarter. Both teams in the bonus as we listen into the Slovenian huddle.
I se ustaviš, gdje se ustaviš? I tako boš na šutka da se zaleti u tebe. Če slučajno pomaga tu, idi u sicer noter, razumeš? Razumeš kad je ovo? Cirkva, če nimaš šuta, treba šut, šut išćemo. Če nimaš šuta, cirkva. Došao. Ker pejte u pič. Staš pas naprej na 4. Razumeš, da vam češ. Pas na 4. Pa greš ti nazaj, od propla. Ti po žumu pa igrao pik u lijevo. Ja. Ajde, vište. Šut. Ajde,
Slovenia drawing something up there. as they trail by 3. They do have to win this game to be on to the second round. A pump fake from the outside of 3. Money! Crkvenac hits the triple as Slovenia ties this one up at 45 with 1.5 minutes to go, and a foul in between the rings, and that'll mean free throws as both teams are in the bonus for the final 1.5 minutes of this first half. So now Larsson back at the line. Larsson so far in this ball game, 4 for 5 from the charity stripe and 19 points. His efficiency right now, it's 16, by the way. Usually anything over 10 is good, but 10 is like you're going to make an All-Star 5 some nights. Larsson trying to eclipse 20 points. He's missed both free throws that he's taken on the last 2 attempts. Second game in a row where he's scored at least 19 points, as he had 19 in the last contest against Czechia, where they won 87-76 as Larsson checks out with Sweden up by 1. Clock winding down here in this second quarter. Kroflic goes to the far side, now gets it right back. Prepelic went off the bottom of the rim. Don't normally see that. Anderson now back to the right corner, all the way out to the near side. NG will slow things down and start to paint the picture. Underneath, all the way back outside to Anderson, who might have mishandled it a little bit. Pantsar with 4 seconds. Ball's tipped around. Sweden gets a nice bounce, and Gadefors puts it in. This one a behind the back pass. Anderson cuts it off with Sweden, and now they'll push it ahead. Pantsar from the far side gives it up. Short alley-oop attempt there for Gadefors, who now in the last 2 possessions has made both buckets for Sweden, who extends their lead back out to 5. Under 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Grovat, left elbow J, up, no good. And Sweden, did that go in? No, it was short. It was close though. Bjergander giving the fans a little bit of something to cheer for at the end there, as Sweden goes into the half on the road with a 5-point lead. And you see the frustration on Alexander Sekulic's face there for Slovenia, who is currently the number 14 team in the world, but Pelle Larsson giving Slovenia a run for their money. Take a look at the shooting numbers there in the first half. Both teams not shooting very well from beyond the arc, but 65% from 2 for Slovenia, 68% from 2 for Sweden. Pretty similar in all categories statistically right now. It is obviously just a 5-point game. Those turnovers for Slovenia, with those 5 turnovers, have given Sweden 10 points, so they've converted on every Slovenian turnover. Sweden has Larsson in double figures. He's got 20. Nobody else in the entire game has more than 10 points right now, so he is our first and only player into double figures, and somehow he has 20 as we check out our best plays from the second quarter. And it started off on a Slovenia run, and they actually outscored Sweden 21-20 in that second quarter. But when the shots needed to be made, Sweden was able to get them both from the outside, and Larsson absolutely on fire right now for Sweden. Slovenia started to shoot the 3-ball a little bit better, now 4 for 14 in this ball game. He had a couple of them, but still maybe have missed a few more than they would have liked or want a few more back. But their inside-out game has been incredible so far. 12 assists. They've done a great job of sharing the rock. And the problem for them also was they got into foul trouble a couple of times. That smack away, though, was mighty impressive by Radovic and setting up a shot on the other side. So it's the defense for Slovenia that has translated into their offense a couple of times. And sometimes the ball is just magically going to find the open hand when the basketball gods favor you. Back-to-back possessions for Gadefers at the end of the first half. Quick 4 points for him at the end of the first half. He's got 8 in the ball game, but our game leader is Pelle Larsson with 20. Who's going to walk out of here with a win and go on to the second round? We'll find out in 2 more quarters of action on the other side of the half.
Inside and a two-hander, Tanaskovic. USR directing traffic, fizzes it in. What a feed and what a finish and what a performance. Look at this pass. Pass, how about that? And Procida announcing himself to be the high flyer in this game.
Here's a steal, 2-on-1, throws it up for Mario Hezonja. And they just keep adding highlight to highlight. Mario goes up, slams it in, timeout Cyprus.
Gets swatted out of bounds by Kamwa. Great reaction by Kamwa. How about this? Goodness me, inbounds alley-oop.
Şengün behind the back, what a pass! Him and Kortmax combining there. That is a point center. Quite incredible vision from Alperen Şengün.
Mitru Long, stop and go action. Will pull the big man out. A good move and the rejection.
Bounce paddle note. It was stolen. Kamwa did. Oh, how about the throwdown from Gollum and then a little bit of a stare.
Well, Spain have numbers here in transition. There's the alley-oop and buenas noches. Showtime Spanish transition. Well, it was the turnover. Boston Celtics finest. Representation from Spain, Hugo Gonzalez.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up.
Back here at the half as we check out the top scorer in the ball game. And his name is Pelle Larsson. He's got 20 points so far in this one, 6 of 6 on his 2-point attempts, 5 for 7 from the charity stripe. And he knows how to take over when needed. The 44th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft, and now the top player, or should I say scorer, for Slovenia. And currently, it's Žiga Samar, who's been doing it from the outside, doing it from the inside. Samar, so far in this ball game, is 3 of 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from 2, 1 of 2 from beyond the arc, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. As we're just hanging out at halftime right now, getting set for a second half of action. And again, the stakes are clear based on everything that happened. So Czechia beat Estonia earlier by 2. That leaves Slovenia, Sweden, and Czechia fighting for the other 2 spots to qualify. Estonia is safe, so the overlap is real. If Sweden wins by 1 to 16 points, that is, they're currently leading in this ball game by just 5. If they win by 1 to 16, Slovenia advances, Czechia advances, and Sweden is out. If Sweden wins by 17 to 22, then Sweden advances, Slovenia advances, Czechia is out. If Sweden wins by 23 or more, Sweden advances, Czechia advances, Slovenia is out. And if Slovenia wins, then Slovenia advances, Czechia advances, Sweden is out. So those are the key breakdowns here at the half. And it all comes down to this second half of play as we're waiting to get going here. So the home team, Slovenia, representing the Basketball Federation of Slovenia. Since gaining independence in 1991, they joined FIBA the very next year in 1992. Eurobasket champions in 2017. They went a perfect 9-0 to capture the nation's first major international title. They've qualified for every Eurobasket since 1993 and have reached the knockout stage at every major tournament since 2005. They made their first ever Olympic appearance at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, which actually was played in 2021. They finished an impressive 4th. Of course, the name you all probably know, Luka Doncic, led Slovenia to the Olympics through the qualifying tournament, earning MVP honors, and then made the Olympic All-Star 5 after averaging almost 24 points per game. They reached the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in 2010, 2014, and 2023 with a best ever finish of 7th in 2014 and 2023. But this Slovenia team, home to NBA stars Luka Doncic and Goran Dragic, 2 of the most accomplished players in Slovenian basketball history. Goran Dragic's number 3 jersey, by the way, became the first retired number in Slovenian national team history in 2024. Doncic is already Slovenia's all-time leading scorer, though, with 1,181 points despite debuting for the senior national team in 2017. Obviously played in the EuroLeague as well, was incredible there, got drafted and went to the Dallas Mavericks, and then now plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. And on the other side, Sweden, known as the Blue and Yellow, represent the Swedish Basketball Federation and have been there since 1952 is when they joined FIBA. They're still seeking the program's first ever FIBA Basketball World Cup appearance. They qualified for the 1980 Olympic Games, the nation's only Olympic basketball appearance. They've made 11 Eurobasket appearances, reaching the knockout stage for the first time ever at Eurobasket 2025. And they advanced to the Eurobasket 2025 round of 16, marking the best major tournament run in their program's history. But if we're talking about Eurobasket, you got to go back to 2013 when they pulled off one of the biggest upsets in team history they defeated a loaded Russia squad, 81-62. And really, this is all because of Coach Ripanen in his 6th year. He's revitalized this program. They ended a 12-year Eurobasket drought and led Sweden to the round of 16 last year. But of course, this current roster with Pelle Larsson and Elliot Cadeau, both great players in their own right. Larsson playing for the Miami Heat, North Carolina and Michigan point guard. Elliot Cadeau, who won the national championship in the United States last year. They enter this window with some momentum after earning their first win of the 2027 World Cup qualifiers, a 79-69 road win over Estonia. But then came into this window and defeated Czechia 87-76. So their 2 wins have come over Estonia and Czechia. Their 3 losses have been against the Czech Republic, Slovenia, and Estonia. And now for Slovenia, they obviously beat Sweden the first time that they played them in Sweden, 94-83. But then they also beat Czechia twice. The problem for Slovenia has been that they've lost to Estonia twice, 94-93 and then 93-62. Got blown out by Estonia in that second one, which is why this point differential at the end of this game is going to be crazy. They're winning right now in the rebound battle and the assist battle, but not winning in the game. Currently trailing by 5.
Slušaj me dobro. Kropla, otkri se tle, igramo pinki, okej? Mura, naredimo blok. Dobi žogo, Cerkva, ti si tle, okej? Samar.
As they go, maybe you can go to the basket, or Bobby, be aggressive off this catch. And we space here. Defense, rebounds, run. Defense, rebounds, run.
We can't lose the effort game this time. It's 20 minutes to advance. Come on now. Let's go.
And you hear Larsson there willing his team right now with 20 points. He said, we can't lose the second half, 20 minutes to move on to the next round. A big opportunity here for Sweden to upset the home team in Slovenia. So here we go, second half about to start here. So now that Sweden has taken the lead, we're headed towards a 3-way tie at 3-3 with Czechia. The margin is everything. Sweden isn't just chasing a win. They're chasing enough points to move ahead on the FIBA tiebreak. So now first possession of the second half owned by Slovenia, and they missed their first shot of the second half. Cadeau pushing this one ahead. Couple of dribbles into the lane, ball's loose. Larsson gets it back. His bank shot's no good. Another attempt by Sweden off the mark. And now Slovenia is looking to get out and run it. This one finds the extra man. Shooting practice. You can't leave a guy that open if you're Sweden. Provat will make you pay. So surely they'll lock him down a little bit here, because you're not going to get many attempts where he's going to miss it when he's wide open. As we go to the monitor now, our second official review of this game. So we'll see who this was out off last. Comes out, looks like Samar, maybe Biergander. Got his right hand on it at the end there. So Samar gets it there. Did Biergander's hand change the direction of that ball? Tough to see from that angle. This might be our best one here. Might have been off of one of his fingers there, yeah. It's very close. So Sweden taking the challenge here. It's our second challenge of this ball game, and the officials making quick work of this. And it'll stay on this side. So Sweden does not win the challenge there. So both teams have lost their challenge in this ball game. Samar. It's outside, just rims out. Klintman with the rebound. Sweden up by 5. They're gonna need a little bit more than that to advance. Ball continues to move, finds Cadeau, and you see why he's such a valuable addition to this squad. Most outstanding player of the 2026 NCAA tournament. And he hits a big 3 there. Catch and shoot, Muric. Sweden looking to push in transition there, and then they'll slow it down. Cadeau. Crafty dribble package, steps back, puts it up, just a little bit strong. That up and under a little bit too hard. Cadeau tried to save it. It gets right back to Samar on the near side floor. Slovenia. And we had a foul away from the ball with 8:17 to go here in the third quarter. And you see Samar just went in a little bit too hard there as Cadeau tried to save it. Here he is splashing one on the other side. You can see Coach Reepanen happy with that shot. From the right, Kroflich slowing things down, surveys, picks up his dribble. Krovat, right side, window shot no good. Rebound and put back by Muric, the 34-year-old. Muric, the captain for Slovenia. Backside of the rim is good for Pantsar. He's got 11 points, second player in the entire game into double figures. He's got 11. Samar from deep. Cadeau full speed right into the arm of Sirkvanik. Easy call there by the officials as Sweden leads by 8. As this one is a misfired pass inside, Hrovat gets it ahead. Here's Kroflich, contested whistle. First team foul on Sweden here in this second half of action. Pantsar, his second personal foul of this game. Omic is in for Samar. As the first free throw is good by Kroflich. We got to cut into this Sweden lead. Sweden is led by as much as 13. in this ball game. Trophy has 6 points. Kroflic, another 20-year-old on this squad. Slovenia has 5 guys on this team, ages 20 to 24. From the top, Larson, who's been hot, still waiting to score here from the field in this second half. Cadeau tried to flip that one up with the shot clock expiring. 6-point lead for Sweden. Slovenia with the possession. A run to the outside. Sirkvanik. And this one's going back the other way. So Omic having some words with Sweden there. Omic setting the screen, and they got him on a moving screen there. Is what it looked like. And then he pushed down Cadeau. So now it's Cadeau across the half-court line. Biergonder set him a screen, and then this one goes right through the hands of Larson. 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. 5 turnovers by both of these squads. I mean, they've been playing stout defense against each other, just not a lot of turnovers. They take care of the ball well. This one popped away by Larson. It stays on this side. Slovenia with 2 team fouls. Sweden with 1 so far in this third quarter. Again from the outside, an attempt. Slovenia in this game 4 for 21 from 3 so far. In the lane, Pansar can't believe the call. So 6 minutes on the dot left here in the third. Sweden's up by 6. This one's intercepted. On the other way! Bobby Klintman with a throwdown. The 23-year-old getting his hand in the cookie jar and taking that one away. Slovenia needs a timeout. And we'll listen into their huddle as they try to come back from this 8-point deficit.
Žogo, naredi Cerkva, blok, razumeš, za Omića, tukaj je 4, tukaj si pa ti, Grega. Naredi blok za njega i ta blok u levo. Ti pa ob njemu, ti pa rulaj. Okej, ti pa diši. Radi blok je radi ti jedan blok.
Za drugi del kvalifikacij, pomembna tekma. Še malo kasneje. Dejmo!
Still here in the third quarter, 5:42 to go. Sweden by 8 points as this one goes over to the left side, and a nice midi by Kroflic. So a nice play drawn up there by Coach Sekulic to try to get Slovenia back in. It's Larson, floats it up off the backside of the rim. Bounce pass to the left, back out to Kroflic. 13 seconds, toes the line. Another opportunity here for Slovenia. That floater will be off the mark. Cadeau sending it forward. Here's Pansar. Turnaround jumper. No. Biergonder giving Sweden another opportunity here. It's Klintman on the line. Again, Pansar soars in. Second attempt. Nice backdoor cut and finished by Klintman. Pansar to Klintman. A nice 1-2 punch. Sweden back up by 8. 4:15 to go in the third. Off-ball foul. You see Coach Riipanen in his 6th year guided Sweden back to the Eurobasket 2025 after a 12-year absence and into the round of 16. You see this no-look pass inside. Klintman, nobody in front of him. 4:10 to go here in the third. As a body hits the floor. Krovat was the one who went speeding into the lane there. Looked like he might have stepped on the foot of Poto. Poto's got 3 fouls now in this ball game, and this is the first quarter where Sweden has more team fouls than Slovenia. We know how physical Slovenia likes to play. Joksimovic to the right, thought about it for a sec. Now will drive, one step in front of the charity stripe. They pop it right back to him. Finds the extra man, Hrovat, backside of the rim, and Sweden can run with it on the other side. They're pushing the pace. And that being shot off the mark. Klintman goes to the line and shoots 2. You can see Klintman going in strong. Maybe a little too strong off of the window, though. So Sweden's got to win by 17 or more to be in. And currently they're up by 10. And all Slovenia has to do is not lose by 23 or more. And they're still in. This one sent away, rebound Poto. Nice defensive possession there by Sweden on the road. Catch and shoot, Klintman, right side of the cup. And then a foul coming in on the near side. .326 to go here in the third. Slovenia now in the bonus for the rest of those minutes. They do also have a foul to give on the defensive side as well. Joksimovic goes off the screen to the left corner. Prepelic. Back the other way. So here comes Denzel Anderson as well at 204 centimeters into the game. And the last time that these two teams played each other, Slovenia defeated Sweden 94 to 83. Slovenia led by 37 minutes and 53 seconds of that game, never trailed and controlled the game with a 39 to 27 rebounding edge so far. Sweden has 3 more rebounds. They miss that shot though on the offensive side. Joksimovic with a kill dribble on the right wing. Now drives in. Left wing 3. Radovic off the mark. Slovenia 4 for 24 from beyond the arc in this ball game. They're shooting under 20% from 3. Panzar, that's good! Joksimovic on the wraparound. Prepelic going left. Joksimovic now on the near side as they clear it out for him. It's an ISO for Joksimovic, who goes right, steps through, floater. Now another opportunity here for Slovenia. Touched last by Sweden as it came out on the near side. And now the inbounds goes right underneath. Zerkvanik for an easy 2. The defense was not looking. A mental error there by Sweden on the defensive side. They still lead by 11. They got to win by 17 or more, like we were saying, to get in. Offensive foul. NG. Went a little bit too strong in for that layup. Went right into Prepelic there, so Klemen Prepelic. Able to draw that foul. Now it's Slovenia possession. Less than 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter, a quarter where Sweden has outscored Slovenia by 6. Prepelic stopped on the wraparound, now goes left. Deflected in the middle by Anderson. Larsson pushing on the other side, almost lost it. Anderson with authority. Joksimovic almost had that one knocked away, but we have a foul on this side of the floor. Of course, Slovenia was in the bonus. Nice give off there by NG to Anderson for a throwdown. Joksimovic, one of Slovenia's top teenage prospects at just 17 years old, has played in every single game of these qualifiers. Also was a star at the 2025 FIBA U18 basket after averaging 13.5 points per game. An MVP and all-star at Basketball Without Borders in 2025, developing with Saski Baskonia in Spain, one of Europe's premier player development clubs. And he makes both free throws. Much needed there for Slovenia, who cuts the lead of Sweden to 11. Larsson down the lane, and you could see the defense was dripped all over him. Looks like Omic was caught with the personal foul there. Larsson came into tonight 90% from the free throw line. In his last game, went 10 for 11. Very good at drawing contact. So far, 5 for 7 from the free throw line in this one. That one rattles in. Larsson grew up in this Swedish system, though, an All-Star 5 at the 2019 FIBA U18 European Championship Division B, alongside Elliot Cadeau. That one off the front side of the iron. He's missed three free throws now today. 12-point lead for Sweden on the wraparound. Prepelic outside, backside of the rim. Anderson comes in for the board. It's Larsson looking. Larsson throwing it up off the window, no good. 2-for-1 opportunity here. Joksimovic, count the bucket! And he gets the foul. Nice play there by the 17-year-old. I mean, it's veteran plays like this where he does not look 17 at all. Looks like he's 27 and has been playing with this Slovenian squad his entire life. Cuts the deficit to 10. And he's got 10 points. He is the first Slovenian into double figures in this ball game. Make it 11 for the 17-year-old in just 10.5 minutes of play. So now, Melvin Pansar running the point up top. A 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock now. Larsson with the right hand. Been on a heater this game so far. He's got 23 points. Clock expires. Sweden the rebound. Sweden an 11-point lead going into the fourth. They win that third quarter by 6 points, put up 19 points to Slovenia's 13. So a big third quarter there for Sweden. As we take a look at the final numbers, now through 3 quarters of action, Sweden shooting 36% from 3, have only made 1 more 3 than Slovenia, but they've taken a lot less attempts. Slovenia has tried 24 3-pointers and have only made 4 of them as we check out our best plays from that third quarter. Ball movement for Sweden was their biggest key. And when they can get Cadeau going from the outside, a guy who was an MVP of some of the best players in the collegiate system in the United States, they're going to be all right. Able to get a steal there and throw it down. Nice play off the window by Krovat. And then the inside game has been working for Sweden in this one. 57% is what they're shooting on their 2s right now until Pansar starts coming out and hitting those 3s. And you know how much gravity Larsson has when he's on offense. That frees up a lot of other guys on the squad. And how about Joksimovic? Does not play like his age. And he's still developing and growing into his body as Larsson put a cap on that quarter. And that is one heck of an outfit. I wonder if you can buy one of those hats. And now you can download the Courtside 1891 app onto Zone, scan that QR code in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen to check out Courtside 1891. A Seattle Supersonics shirt in the arena. That's not even the shirt anyone would anticipate, but maybe that's willing their team to victory. Fourth quarter underway now as Sweden leads by 11. Larsson to Klintman, now back to the right block. Bjergander had everyone on him. A drive outside. Larson on the relocated three. So starting off this fourth quarter, Larson, Gadefors, NG, Klintman, and Biergonder for Sweden as a foul underneath the cup goes against Slovenia. And for Slovenia, it's Prepelic, Muric, Radovic, Kroflic, and Joksimovic. So here comes a couple of free throws for NG. Makes the first one. Averaged 12.8 points per game and 6.3 assists per game at the 2023 FIBA Olympic pre-qualifying tournament, and helped Sweden reach its first ever Eurobasket round of 16 in 2025. So NG splits the free throws. Now from the outside, that's the shot that Slovenia's been waiting for. Radovic knocking that one down. Larson the entry, all the way back to the outside. NG slowing it down, wanted the dance as Biergonder took the pass and took the contact. And Muric, you can see there, stepping in front of Biergonder. Muric will pick up his third personal foul. Ten-point lead for Sweden. As Biergonder at the line, played for Juventud Badalona and Murcia in Spain. A really productive interior big internationally. Been a veteran on multiple BCL teams for FIBA. Larson at the controls. Larson going left, draws the contact. That's the third team foul on Slovenia, and this is the point of emphasis for them. They need to play defense a little bit more cleanly. They've been in foul trouble with at least 6 minutes to go every single quarter of this ball game. Larson with a man on his hip, spins inside, puts it up, and it just rims out. And it'll stay on this side. It was off of Slovenia last. That one just rimmed out. Larson shooting 50% from the field in this ball game so far. Here he is with the rock all the way outside. They'll clear it out for him. Larson wants this dance. And it hit the top. It's out of bounds. Gadefors will check out. Panzar will come back in for Sweden. Slovenia currently trailing by 10. Back outside, Joksimovic. And now it's Larson again on the near side. Fouled. Larson took exception to it. Prepelic was the one Larson was talking to. There you see the foul. Larson threw it right at Prepelic. And then clearly Kroflic not happy with that one as well. As Larson was assessed a technical foul there. Larson now with 4 personal fouls. He's going to have a seat with 23 points and 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go. It's a big call there as Slovenia brings the lead of Sweden within 9. And now you got to start thinking about the numbers game in this one. Sweden would need to win by 17 or more to be in. If they win by 1 to 16, they're eliminated. Slovenia and Czechia are in. So here's Godefors. They wrap this one around to Cadeau. Cadeau with 7:30 to go in the 4th. This one goes right and out of bounds. Slovenia trailing by 9. Prepelic from outside, going right. And there is a foul. So Sweden again with a foul, their second one of this 4th quarter. They are in the bonus on the other side, though, as they get Cadeau for his 2nd personal foul in this ball game. Now Prepelic at the line. So Sweden 0-4 all-time against Slovenia. Slovenia beat them last time, 94-83. Led for almost 38 minutes of that game, and Slovenia won the rebounding advantage, 39-27 in that one. Had 16 boards. They've got 12 so far in this one. Godefors misses on that one. Underneath, Joksimovic. Other side of the floor, the lob. And Godefors unable to get that one to go through the hoop. Slovenia, if they can make a shot, can get some momentum. There it is! Timeout, Sweden. Slovenia cuts their deficit to just 5. Mujic with the 3 there. Mujic, the captain for Slovenia. This crowd popped a little bit. So Sweden only leading by 5. They're going to need 12 more points somewhere and need to get a bunch of stops for Slovenia. In order to move on to the 2nd round, you see Sweden and their numbers here led by as much as 13 at one point in this ball game. Although Slovenia in this game has gotten 28 points from their bench. Sweden with just 15. So far, Sweden in just 3.5 minutes of play has only scored 2 points in the entire 4th quarter so far. So Slovenia and Sweden going head-to-head here. Currently in Ljubljana. Arena Stojice. Larson is back in, picks up his dribble, 4 seconds to go. Cadeau sees the shot clock, drives in, puts it up. Did he get it off in time? Hit the rim. Whistle on that side of the floor. So you see Cadeau here. Tried to put it up. And they're going to get Cadeau with the foul on that last play. So here in Ljubljana, Slovenia, offensive foul on the home team. Kroflic barreled right into Cadeau up top. So great job by Cadeau on the other side. And you can see that push coming from Kroflic. Upset with the pesky defense of Elliot Cadeau and Coach Sekulic. Can't believe it. Good efforts. Now to trigger from the near side. Ponzar running the point. Guarded by Prepelic, way out beyond the arc. Now Larson will get the screen. And now on the switch, he'll go to work. Larson driving, right side. And again fouled. Pelle Larsson. Tried to add on to his point totals. Here he's got 23 points in 26.5 minutes. And Radovic picks up his 5th personal foul. So Radovic is going to have to check out with his 5th personal. Sweden still leading by 5. .535 to go. All that separates one of these teams in the second round. First point for Pelle Larsson in this 4th quarter. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Larsson, the NBA player on this Swedish roster, splits his free throws. That is his 4th missed free throw of this ball game. He's now 7 for 11 from the charity stripe. From the near side. Prepelic now up top, taking a 3. Planks off the right side. A 6-point lead for Sweden. They got to get to 17. Bjergander back outside. Second chance opportunity here for Sweden. 3 seconds left. Larsson pulls. And it's out last off of Srkvenik. Nice block underneath the cup by Srkvenik. On this side, Sweden, 6-point lead. Inbound goes to the far side. Now Larsson. Looks like they're gonna have two follow him this entire time. Quick pass out to the right. And Pansar stepped out of bounds. Couple of mental mistakes here for Sweden. They gotta hope this doesn't come back to bite them. Slovenia trailing by 6, 4.5 minutes to go. Kroflic. Klintman slowing things down for Sweden. Pansar, the point guard and captain for this team. That's a find! Klintman! The big punch. Coming off of a double-double in his national team debut. Follows it up with a huge bucket right here when they need it. Coach Riepinen happy with that last possession. Timeout Slovenia. Sweden currently up by 8, and we check out the numbers here for Slovenia. Second chance opportunities. They've gotten 12 offensive rebounds. And those points in the paint and the bench points. Currently, they're not shooting the ball well from beyond the arc. They're 6 for 31, 19% on their threes. So Coach Sekulic is going to have to figure out something to draw up, and had to draw it up quick. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the fourth. Sweden on a little bit of a run right now. Now I know for sure Mario is not Slovenian or Sweden, but he sure can dance. By the way, Sweden with 40 points in the paint in this game, 14 fast break points. They've led by as much as 13. Slovenia has not had the lead since early in the first quarter. Here's a drive, kick. Crkvenac all the way back outside. It's the 17-year-old. Joksimovic goes right, up with the right hand. It will not go. Klintman, there it is. Sweden up by 11. Klintman with 14 points and 7 boards on a double-double. Watch for the final 3.5 to go here in the fourth. Entry pass, the flick, won't go. Oh, almost an own goal there by Biergonder. Sweden has to win by 17 or more. Larsson to the left. Larsson shoos off his defender, draws the foul. And he'll go to the line again. So crafty with his dribble package. And here's Klintman on the other side. Kroflic with his 4th personal. Now again, Larsson. A swish. Larsson, 19 points in his national team debut against Czechia, where they won 87-76. He's now scored in double figures dating back to Eurobasket. 5 missed free throws for Larsson in this game, so that's going to be the point of emphasis for him for whatever next window he plays in. But Sweden up by 12. Joksimovic, backside of the rim. Omic gives them a big rebound there. Back to the young man on the far side, rolls off of that screen, up with the left hand, and it's good. Ten-point lead for Sweden. They need 7 more, and they don't need Slovenia to score. If they want to advance, Slovenia just has to keep their deficit under 17. Right now, they're back to trailing by 12 as Klintman puts that one in. He's shooting 50% from inside the arc in this ball game. That one almost tapped away. Back to the left. It goes off Larson. Left elbow J. Hrovat is pure. Slovenia back to trailing by 10. Larson from the near side, running right. Easy one for 2. Looked like they were gonna get him off the three-point line there. Clearly the tactic was no threes. Larson, beautiful shot off of the glass, and a timeout taken by Slovenia. Sweden needs 5 more points in 1 minute and 34 than what they have right now to advance. Currently, they're outscoring Slovenia by 1 point in the fourth quarter, 13-12. Sweden has won every quarter of this ball game except for the second. Currently, they're up by 12. Now Slovenia, they just need, with all their might, to make sure that Sweden does not win this game by 17 or more points. Actually, they can win by 17 or more points. They just can't lose to Sweden by 23 or more, and that seems pretty well out of reach at this point. So Slovenia, as long as they play defense, even if they lose, they can advance. They just can't lose by 23 or more. A minute 34 to go in the fourth quarter. Sweden trying to beat Slovenia for their first time in national team history. They've never defeated Slovenia in an official FIBA competition. Here's Joksimovic with 1 minute and 30 to go. We'll step back. Big shot by the 17-year-old. How about this kid? He's got 16 points, the most on the team. That was his first made 3 of this game. The lead cut to 9. Lob up. Larson. Welcome to Slamtown. Larson with 29 points in this ball game. A masterful performance by the 25-year-old Joksimovic again. This kid's shining like a star. Less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Larson with the lob up to Biergander. Sweden needs a lot more points, though. Coach Sekulic can't believe it. Ball's back. Joksimovic is a flamethrower. Now Larson from the outside, fouled, and we'll go back to the line to shoot 2. And that's not where any man ever wants to get hit. Oh, Hrovat. Taking it right where the sun don't shine. And Coach Sekulic hoping for an unsportsmanlike foul there, to no avail. 39.6 seconds left to go as we actually have an official review. Larsson does have 4 personal fouls. As our officials go to the monitor here. So was there a little bit extra there? As Hrovat took a shot. Ooh, you hate to see that. And he's trying to plead his case too. Any male watching this obviously knows what that's like or can sympathize what that must feel like. Was there a little extra there with the elbow? Oof. Nothing. 2 shots for Larsson. Larsson has missed 5 free throws in this ball game, so clearly we'll want to go back to the drawing board for that. 9 of 14 from the free throw line, but has been pretty much money everywhere else. Shooting 50% this ball game, 9 of 13 from inside the arc as he makes the pair there. Sweden currently up by 9. 30 seconds left. Slovenia just trying to use up as much of the clock as they can. They know what's at stake here tonight. Back outside. Hrovat couldn't get that one to fall. Ahead. Larsson almost lost it. Falls to the floor. Ball's loose. Out of bounds. Stays over here. He was driving in there. Joksimovic stood his ground, and it looks like it went out last off of Sirkvanik. Sweden will take a final timeout here with 12.5 seconds left to go. Looks like their hopes of qualifying for the next round are gone, but Larsson, the highlight in this one, 31 points, and he was spectacular. As advertised, 50% from the field. And also, Biergonder in this game, 13 rebounds to lead the team in 32.5 minutes. So getting in there and getting the boards. Sweden's got a lot to build on here from what they learned in this window. They have a young star in Larsson who can come and play for you. Obviously not when the NBA season's going on, but Klintman, who the last game he played in his national team debut, had a double-double, 18 points, 12 rebounds. And in this one, 16 points and 8 rebounds as well. So definitely a good young nucleus to build around. And of course, Biergonder at just 28 years old, 209 centimeters. He's going to be a thing of the future for them. But Slovenia, Muric was incredible. And how about Stefan Joksimovic, the 17-year-old, 22 points. That is his FIBA qualifying high. Trigger coming in for Larsson, front side of the rim. Slovenia running. Every point matters in point differential here. They give it back to the young man. Joksimovic off on that one. And that'll do it. 88-79, our final score. Sweden wins by 9. A lot to learn in all of their careers. Larsson, though, 31 points to lead everyone in this ball game. His national team debut came with 19 points last game against Czechia. And then in this one, he followed it up with 31 points. And Sweden goes out on a victory, but Slovenia in the first round looks like they have clinched. Gotta wait for the final graphic though to make sure that is true. Now Slovenia 3-3. On the window, or excuse me, in all qualifiers. Sweden also 3-3. So here comes our final numbers. Sweden 56% from 2-point distance. Those 3-pointers were not falling for Slovenia in this one. 9 of 36. And Sweden out rebounding Slovenia in this ball game. Something they weren't able to do the last time they played Slovenia. And our leading scorers, obviously Larson, Klintman, and Pantsar. The 3 to get into double figures for Sweden, just 2 for Slovenia, Joksimovic and Muric, as we check out our best plays from that fourth quarter. And it was the young kid making plays for his teammates and also hitting shots himself. And how about a couple of threes finally falling for Slovenia, the number 14 team in the entire world. And a nice find inside there for Bobby Klintman. And Klintman again delivering from beyond the arc. As a team, Sweden shot 32% from 3. Left elbow J was nice by Hrovat. And then runners by Larson, who was able to get to the free throw line, able to make his shots from the floor. And then Joksimovic caught fire, made 3 threes in a row. Both teams, a couple of high flyers. Joksimovic seemed to answer every time. Slovenia did outscore Sweden, though, in that fourth quarter, 21-19, but did not get the win. So now we take a look at Group H, and it looks like Slovenia and Sweden are both in. Czechia will be the one that is out, as all have 9 points. So currently right now, based on that graphic, it says Czechia is in 4th. Some things to work out, though, with everything is they beat Estonia by 2 points in this one. Wow, what a fun game. And a great way to finish off these European qualifiers, as both teams made their push to get to the second round of the FIBA 2027 Basketball World Cup. And that was a fun one, and we do have to get going. So for all the hardworking people that help bring these broadcasts to your screen, so long from Arena Stojice, where Sweden beat Slovenia 88-79. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games around Group H, you can watch it on Courtside 1891. So long from Slovenia.